Hello everyone and welcome back to another FPL video. Now in today's video I'm going to be going through my final team selection which is hopefully locked before game week 1. So getting straight into it, starting off with the defence. Obviously you can see it's quite a template defence, however I think a piece of good advice I've heard is you can't win the game in game week 1 but you can definitely lose it. So however, though, this isn't that safe of a defence, but I would say try not to take too many risky picks at the start. Maybe, start to take them later on. Anyway, starting off with Sanchez in goal, I just think he's such a cheap way to get into that Chelsea defence. I would like to get someone like a Cucurella, but obviously I can't afford him. And, obviously his DEFCON numbers just aren't great. You would be hoping on attacking returns every game. So I think Sanchez is the easiest way to get into that Chelsea defence. Murillo, obviously, great for DEFCON. I am sort of stuck between him and Milenkovic, but I think he might just edge it for me at the moment. Pedro Porro, we all saw what he was like against PSG. He does look great. I understand people might say Van de Ven is just a lot better value, but to be honest, for me, Pedro Porro's locked. He's on free kicks. He's on right corners. I think he's on right corners. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure he's on right corners. He could be on left corners, actually. One or the other. Anyways, Pedro Porro is definitely locked. I can tell you that now. There is no way he is leaving my team unless anything really unexpected happens in this next day. Not Elliot Anderson, the other Anderson. To be honest, again, his DEFCON numbers just look great. I am playing I've got a mix of DEFCON and non-DEFCON in here, and that's what I quite like about this defence. Elliot Anderson, I think Fulham's defence is going to be a lot better than last year. They should have had more clean sheets last year, and I think this year they might just find that way to sort of get over the line and get that clean sheet, hopefully. So he is pretty much nailed in my team. Patrick Dorgu, one who isn't locked yet, but he rotates really nicely with Anderson. Obviously, the game week 3 fixture versus Burnley, he does rotate really nicely. So I think them two could be the two 4.5s. However, they're definitely not locked. Martin Dubravka on the bench as well. Obviously, just probably the cheapest playing keeper. He might not start game week 1. So if you're worried about losing money on him, then but I think he is the only 4.4 million keeper, that will play. Steve Esteve, I don't know how to say his name, but I think he's just a 94 million defender. Obviously, why does it say Burnley at home? That is not meant to say Burnley at home. It's meant to say not Sunderland. What am I on about? It's meant to say Tottenham away, not Burnley at home. He does have Tottenham away. I would bench him this week, but for game week 2, if you do want to take out Pedro Porro or someone, I have got him there for the Sunderland home fixture. So yeah, again, he's definitely locked in my team. The midfield, now this is a very template midfield, as you can probably see, but I just think it's a nice safe one. I do like everyone in this midfield. There's only one player, which I'll get onto in a minute, which might not be locked, sorry. Mohamed Salah, again, I've been tinkering about with some drafts with Haaland and no Salah, no Haaland, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I think Mo Salah's essential, and he will be my captain for this week. That Bournemouth defence has just lost a lot. And I can always move to Haaland if, he's performing better, but for now, Salah's definitely my team. Cole Palmer, the highest owned player in the game right now, I think, for me, he's essential. For me, what that Chelsea team looked like in that Club World Cup, for me, I can't look past him. I understand his form dropped off at the end of last season, but I think he will be back at the start of this one, and I think he will reach 200 points once again, so Cole Palmer is definitely locked in my team. Iliman Ndiaye, again, someone I think will be locked unless I decide to downgrade Murillo to someone like a Nico Williams and then upgrade him to a Rodgers, but I just can't see that happening. I think this team, with him on pens and everything, it does look a lot better. So not much to say about him. He's on penalties. He's nailed in that Everton attack. With the new players they're bringing in, he'll hopefully be stronger. So yeah, definitely nailed in my team for now. Bruno Fernandes, again, I'm sorry, I don't know why it says Newcastle at home. It is meant to say Arsenal at home, so sorry about that, but Bruno Fernandes, definitely nailed for me as well. I would pick him over Florian Wirtz at the moment just because of the penalties and, I just want to be safe at the start of the season. Florian Wirtz could kill my team, could kill my rank at the start. That is the only issue, but you can't have them all. You can't have every player, can you? So I think it's Bruno or Wirtz for me. I can't find a way with my team structure to fit in both. I would like to have both, but to be honest, I think Bruno, hopefully in these first 3 games, because I may end up bringing in Wirtz for game week 4 against Burnley, but hopefully for the first 3 at least, Bruno can outscore him. And finally, moving on to the attack. Now, what I would say is João Pedro, definitely not locked. He could become Mateta very, very easily, and I am really thinking about it. However, João Pedro, 5 goals in 5 games, I think it is, and he does just look good. And that Chelsea attack is looking great, and I think for the first few weeks he's going to score. I can't see him not scoring with this run of form he's on. He is in a purple patch, and as we've seen with many players, that can end and not come back. But I think for the start of the season, he is looking like a great player. The only issue I would have with him is how high his ownership is. If he drops in price, you're going to lose a bit of money on him. But I think for the first few, maybe until sort of 4, when I am planning to get Mateta in for him no matter what, I do think he is good value. Ollie Watkins, honestly, locked for me. Locked in my team. There is absolutely no way I'm taking out his pre-season form. It's the first pre-season he's had in years where he's been fully fit. It's not been interrupted. No England. I can't look past him. He's a 15 to 20 goal a season striker. He is absolutely locked for me, and I think he will be great this season. Mark Guiu on the bench, obviously just a 4.5 million asset. Again, someone who could lose value, if he doesn't start the first few games, doesn't play. But I just think he's the only 4.5 million sort of attacker that has a chance of starting, has a chance of playing. So he's definitely there. Probably just sat on my 3rd bench spot for now. Anyways, that is it for the video for now. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. If my team does change, I'll make sure to update you on my Instagram and Twitter, which you can see on the screen now. So go and give them a follow. Hopefully it doesn't change. Hopefully everything's all well, but I can definitely see it changing. But anyway, hopefully Game Week 1 goes well, and I'll see you for the first videos of Game Week 2.